Okay.
Okay. So we've acquired 74 doors, and it was all through creative finance. Oops.
Now it's on.
All through creative finance. Some of it was a 50-year note, 3% interest, no balloon. Some of it is interest-only payments. We would like learn some different negotiation tactics, right? And I totally missed it. Who is brand new?
Another rain. Okay.
A lot of brand new. Who know? You guys are not going to be able to see. Do you want to see?
Anybody who's
See
new?
this TV? Do you guys want to pull low equity list to get sub 2 deals?
Yes.
So we are doing about 5 to 8 a month. We have 8 in escrow right now. We did 3 last week. Closed them. So I hope that helps you like realize like I know how to pull a list.
All right.
If you pull a bad list, you're not going to get deals, right? Are you guys coming in or just going to stand there?
You want to come in?
Come on in.
Okay.
Come on in.
So who here wants to do sub 2? Who here wants to do subject 2 deals? Or would buy subject 2 deals? JJ. This is so crazy that not everybody's raising their hand. Who here wants to buy my deal I just find on the TV today?
Yeah. Let's go.
You guys need to be raising your hand. All right.
Let's do a live deal, Miron. Let's go.
Let's do a live deal.
Let's do it.
That's
That would
what
be
I wanted
so
to do.
dope.
Like how easy this is, because everybody makes it really hard because they overthink, like I do. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Who in here overthinks like I do? Oh, that's why. Got it. Okay. And after, I'm gonna do a little thing on PropStream and show you how to look on Zillow. Like it's gonna be so easy. You guys are gonna love it. Your overthinkers are gonna love it. And then Carolyn's gonna, right after I'm done, she's gonna talk about raising money.
Yes.
How does that sound?
Cool.
Give me a market. I don't care.
San Jose. Florida.
I like Florida better.
Let's do the Space Coast.
The Space Coast,
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas would be too easy.
Yeah.
All
we're
right, so PropStream. PropStream is basically a property finding service. I don't know exactly the definition to tell you, but whether it's on market, off market, vacant, basically it's going to help you pull a list of certain types of properties, right? So I'm going to click, I just clicked Orlando. Is that close enough?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right. You got a filter here. What we're going to do is look for lower equity, but I want to show you just some quick things on PropStream. You can just quick look for vacant properties, liens, pre-foreclosures, auctions, blah, 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 all the things that you want. Buyers, flippers are people who flip houses. Okay? What I do is not on their quick list. So, just keep up with me. You don't have to remember this. We are recording, okay? I'm gonna get a residential house. I'm gonna get a single family. I'm not gonna look at my beds or baths because I don't care. But I do want it on market. I want it for sale, not for rent. There's a lot of integrators in this room. I could go for rent. Don't try to break down my list before I'm done, okay? Just let me get through it. I'll show you why. Owner type, individual. I don't want to skip trace any LLCs. I don't want to try to buy from LLCs.
Why don't you do corporations, Myron?
I don't, because corporations are typically doing what I do. So they're going to have a low equity list, a low equity property that they're trying to wrap, right? So I don't want to go into that, but that's the reason why, because I've already done it and it doesn't work. it's a lot of wasted time. So I'm just going to go after individuals who want to sell, who have low equity. Okay.
Homeowners.
Yeah. Equity percentage. Right here, estimated equity percentage. So I'm going to describe what this means. It's basically a PropStream Zillow estimate in quotation. So
Estimate.
estimate,
Keyword.
yeah. So they're going to take the mortgage versus what they think the property is worth. It's not the list price. Sometimes people in Orlando are going to think their house is worth $1 million, but Zillow says no. You know what I mean? So we're just going to say 5% or less equity. So I'm going to go after properties that are maybe negative equity, right? They're listing their property for about what the mortgage is owed, and so they're going to have to pay at closing, right? Because they have to pay 6% to their agent and 2% to their closing or whatever that is, right? Mortgage info. Interest rate. So, who here is wholesaling? A lot. Okay, cool.
Love it.
Who here is buying? Okay, about the same. Perfect. So your buyers, when you wholesale, it's basically does my buyer want? Do they want Orlando under 4%, under 6%? What do they want? Interest rates, mortgage interest rates. So when I pull, you want 1%? What'd you say?
0% solar finance for 30 years.
Perfect.
That would be a high equity list. So I'm going to go low equity. I'm going to get a loan. If I get you a 5.5 in Orlando, how would that be okay?
I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. So 5.9 is typically what I do. If I'm in Dallas, I'll even go up to 6.5 sometimes. Depends where it is. Like if I grabbed a McKinney, where they're building a new Universal in McKinney, it's gone in like 1 hour. Okay, so 5.9 interest rate. Oh, you know what I forgot? Listing amount. What's the listing amount in Orlando? What's like a median listing amount?
350 to 400.
Guess you're gonna bump it up.
So we got, out of all of that, we have one property in all of Orlando. I'm gonna open up the equity. Hold on one second. Okay, I jumped up to 15. Grabbed about 9. So this is a very niche list. Niche, or however you say it. So, integrators. You have 9 calls to make. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Make 9 phone calls. Right? So let's look at some of these. Let's look at
Hoosier.
It's pending at 429 and they have 346. So they have roughly 40K in equity. Okay, so what I did is I did like dirty math. I took their listing price, take away 9%. That's with like taxes and closing and agents. So walkaway money, they probably have 390. I don't know if you guys can see that.
390. Okay.
Yep, 390, and I got a mortgage balance right here, 346. Okay, one second. I'm gonna see. They've been on the market for 25 days. They're pending. I would still make an offer. I probably wouldn't give them all their equity, but I mean, I give them somewhere around 30K, right? Let's look at another one. Hold on one second.
Are you doing LOIs on pending, Miron?
Yes, I am. Okay, that's 49 times 91, 372, 377. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. Autumn Cove Drive in Orlando, they're listed at, oh, it's a reverse mortgage.
It
They're
says,
listed at 409.
is it reverse or adjustable?
It's reverse.
What do you do with
Oh,
reverse mortgage?
jeez.
I move on. Let's pretend this is a good one. Not adjustable, not reverse. Ugh. But anyways, this is listed, so think about that. They're gonna have to pay somewhere around 10K to sell this deal.
Break that down real quick.
Okay, let me break it down.
People want to see the numbers.
They're listed at 409. So what happens? I'm gonna come in there, I'm gonna make an offer on a not reverse mortgage house. Let's look at the pictures. I don't like the kitchen. I don't like the tile. It's outdated, for sure. I mean, that's dirty. So when I would say that to the agent, like, hey, this is outdated. I'm gonna have to come in here and fix it up. So their list at, I've already forgot what the list price was.
409.
409. You know, I'm probably closer to 375, right? But they have no wiggle room, right? So they actually cannot take a lesser amount, right? I know it's reverse mortgage. I know it's not like a perfect pick, but you're gonna find deals like this constantly negative equity. So this one has to pay at closing minimum $5,000. So their walkaway money is 372, right? Their loan balance is estimated at 377. PropStream normally estimates lower. So I bet you we come in 380. So they're gonna have to pay around $10,000 to close it. How many homeowners have $10,000 just sitting there? Not very many. So, okay, let me go back to this part. Hold on a second.
There was a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you have a question?
I did. So just out of clarification to make sure I have a full grip on it, why would you pass on the reverse mortgage specifically?
So reverse mortgage, you have to qualify for a reverse mortgage. You have to be a certain age, you have to XYZ, right?
Sure.
And so what my buyers want, or what I want, is a long-standing sub-2. I don't want a balloon on it. This is like getting ready to, it's reverse. They've got their money, it's going backwards, right? So I don't want to deal with that. You could put another step in there to like get rid of reverse mortgages, but when I call the agent and start talking to them, it may not be a reverse mortgage. It may just be conventional. They just have the wrong, Zillow has the wrong data. I would still call it, yes.
But just another thing on that is that the reverse mortgage is going to eat into your equity. And basically, like what Myron's talking about, if you take over that property, like it's right at the end, but Myron, right, if we were to hold that for a period of time, we would build equity into it, say over 5-10 year period or whatever that time period would be. But if you have the reverse mortgage, you're going to be eating into your equity.
There are people around that do them if it makes sense. Like, hey, I'm gonna like get it under sub-2, fix it, and flip out of it. That would make sense.
Yeah, I would say exactly what you're saying. If you did a reverse mortgage in a short term, then
Yeah.
it would make sense.
Fix and flip, like this one might work on this one, right? Because it needs work. It's dirty.
Any short sale or reverse mortgage?
No. They've already paid that money, so there's no. If you sell, you owe. Have you done differently?
I haven't done it personally.
You can. Okay.
It's probably not on market though, right? If it's on market, they're probably going to take whatever the highest offer.
I would pull a list for short sales to do sub-2. Yeah. This is basically what I pull. Single family, on market, for sale, 15 or less, depends on the area, and 5.9 or less on the interest rate. So I'm looking for deals I'm going to call the agent and I'm going to talk to them about me taking over payments. I don't say sub-2, Nobody knows what that means. I don't say creative finance. They will hang up on you. I go through and I'll look. What was it? Autumn coat? I feel like I'm busting through this presentation. Oh, love it.
Doing great. Doing great.
So I would call this agent. I know it's pending. What's their name? Cecilia and Gabriella. I love it. I want to talk to them. Hey, it has a small backyard. My dogs will probably tear down that fence. And
We don't have dogs, but it
I
works.
just make stuff up.
Yeah.
This is a nice sunroom. Look at this. Look at that hook with the plant. Listen, the bathrooms need, Cecilia, the bathrooms need to be redone. The yellow paint, I don't dig it. It is ADA. I like that. But Cecilia, I'm gonna have to put some work into this thing. So what kind of offers are you getting? You know, I'm gonna call them and say, hey, how are you, blah, blah, blah. But general talk, you talk like you're a buyer, right? How are the offers coming in? How are the showings?
How long has it been on market?
Comments on that kitchen? You know, so basically, here's my pitch. I would say, I'd like to make you an offer. I like to put the 2.5%. I think you have 2.5% commission on there, and I want to put money in the seller's pocket. I know because of what I see right now. I did a little net sheet for them, and it looks like they're going to have to pay at closing probably around $10,000.
What's a net sheet?
Oh, sorry.
We have
Any
beginners.
realtors? You know what a net sheet is? Yeah. How often do you do net sheets? She's a good one. To get her number. Because every agent I call they don't do net sheets. They have no idea where their seller is going, where they're gonna move, what's even going on, what they're gonna walk away with, if anything, what their mortgage is. No idea. Do they care? So so a net sheet is basically what I talked about is like, what's the listing price? What are they gonna walk away with after taxes, HOA, all the things that the seller has to pay for to close the house. Agent commission, 6%, 5%, whatever it is. When you run a net sheet, and you can just go onto Google and type net sheet, you have 100 calculators. I use Stewart Title here in Texas, but wherever you're marketing, look up the title companies that you use. They probably have a net sheet calculator on their website. Cool. Okay. So look up the net sheet, and I'll make the call based off those numbers. Cool.
Miron, how soon do you want to find out what the interest rate is before you go any farther?
I use PropStream to start. So PropStream is typically a little bit under. So 5.9 may actually end up being 6.2, something like that. Maybe a little under. Finding that it's typically lower. So, but I don't want to overthink. So I say, make the call. Let's even go as far as sending LOIs without the mortgage statement. What I end up finding is I make 100 phone calls. I send about 25 offers, and out of 25 offers, I get a contract. And it literally happens 10 times in a row. 25 offers gets me a contract. 25 offers gets me a contract. And I'm like, crap, I just have to send offers. I just have to send more offers. So this house, I know it's reverse mortgage, but I would call them up and it's like, hey, I think this will work for this one because they have to pay at closing. Do you all understand or know that? Here's the net sheet. I'm gonna email you the net sheet from whatever Orlando title company that I got. I had them draw it up when you just pull it up online. I had Stuart Title draw it up for us, and it looks like they have to pay $10,000. Oh, I didn't know that. Why, are you sure? Send my offer along, send an LOI along with the net sheet. So that's typically when I get a phone call pretty quick, right? So I'll get like, right after that, I'll get the mortgage statement. So then the mortgage statement will reveal, right? So that's when your due diligence comes in at that point. Honestly, interest rate, if you're wholesaling, get the contract. Don't put yourself in a bad spot, but you need to get a contract. If you haven't got one, just go get one. You have a due diligence period. I don't think they do option period in Florida, but Texas we do option periods. You can get a deal calling up the agent, ask them, hey, when I send the LOI or when I send an offer, would you accept my LOI like on a Word document or a PDF, or does it have to be on a state contract? Oh no, I only look at them if they're on state contracts. There's your contract that you sent, right? You need to know how to fill out contracts, dang it. Or wait, are there any TCs, like transaction coordinators in this room?
Mel, where's Mel?
I don't go by that, but
She's
You
in.
never seen your hand high enough?
I go by many names, yeah. The TC's limited.
TCs over here? There's a
Transaction.
TC. Okay, we got TC here, we got a TC here. They will help you fill out contracts. Depends on the area. What area do you work in? Louder.
TC wise, anywhere, but depends on whether or not you actually have a contract. It's kind of complicated.
Don't waste her time.
Yeah.
But she will fill out your state contracts in any state? Dang. You need help filling out contracts over here, over here. You don't have to do that stuff. You find the people who do it. Is this helping anybody, or are you guys just like, what the hell? Okay, cool.
Myron, I've got a question. So you don't lead with creative, you don't lead with Subto. You put the LOI together. At what point does it become blatantly obvious?
First phone call. I messed up.
Okay.
This is what I say. I want to make an offer. Not can I make an offer. I want to make an offer. This is what it looks like. I'm going to pay your commission 3%. I'm going to put money in the seller's pocket. I promise you. And what I want to do is take over the payments. What? Okay, that's a lot to think about. It sounds kind of crazy, I know. But I've done one just like this down the road, blah, 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 blah. I make it up, I'm sorry. Like you're gonna think I'm a liar, but I literally just make it up.
Third-party stories.
I closed one down the street just like this in Orlando. I'm running it as an Airbnb, blah, 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 blah. I work in Texas, so I have actual credibility, but like the first deal I did on my 30 unit, I made up the whole story. It's a $3 million deal. I made the whole thing up.
He closed it.
And closed it. A 50-year note. Hey, I'm finding deals just like this. 3% interest, 50-year note. How do I get you to 3%? I did one in San Marcos. I didn't even say San Marcos. San Angelo, which is not true. But what it is like an egg that's protected, and I broke it open. Oh, that's possible. So use a third-party story to break it open. Use Pace's story. Use our stories. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's what's possible. You're not lying. You're telling stories. So that's how I say it. I go, hey, I'm just going to take over the payments. I know that's a lot to think about. I know it doesn't make sense. Let me send you an offer what that looks like. I'll email it to you today. Print it out, look at it, put it under your pillow, sleep with it, wrap your head around it, dream about it, whatever it takes. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. What time can I call you tomorrow? 9? Perfect. Can we do 9:30? I'm in control. Thank you. Perfect. That's it. So it's not sub 2. I never say sub 2. Close deals and they don't even, who cares? So can I take over payments? What, okay, then you start going through all that stuff. What happens if they don't pay? Da 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 da. All the stuff. You guys get those questions? Every time, right? Well, they don't want to be taken advantage of by some scammer. So what I did is what my wife did was we made a FAQ taking over payments on our website. How am I protected? Do you make the payments to me and then I pay the mortgage? That's so weird. That's such a weird question. Do you pay me and then I pay it? Like, what is my involvement in this thing every month, right? So I kept getting all these questions, and I said, I'm just going to make a website. Let's just make a website. So
Yeah.
Carolyn, put it all together. Thank you.
You're
do you
welcome.
do you guys like it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. Love you.
We put the properties that we own on here, right? We own a few properties, podcasts that we've been on, right? How can we level up our credibility? How can we level up the offer that we make? What it looks like. The LOI isn't just like a notepad. You know what I mean? It has our logo on it. It has everything that we're leveling up what we offer. We have to level up like we're selling something, but we're actually buying something. It's crazy, right?
Also, don't think, for integrators in the room, don't think that you have to have an up and running website with all of the tricks, bells and whistles to actually do the deal. Like what he said, you have 9 calls to make those 9 calls, do your follow-up, do the thing, send your offers, and keep going. Like, you can legit...
This took months of not having to having. Like, just, oh crap, we need to do that, you know?
Yeah, don't let it get in your way of doing deals, because that's both of us. We've both been overthinkers. We both like, well, wait, it needs to be a little bit more perfect to pursue it. No, it really does not. Just you are going to fail. You are going to say the wrong thing. You are going to burn yourself on a deal. Agents are going to swear at you, hang up on you, make threats against you, whatever. Just, okay, great. On to the next one.
You were going to ruin this person's life?
You're going to ruin this seller's
You're going to
life.
put them in jail? I don't know what they said.
Yes.
It's only a fail if you don't learn from your mistake.
Exactly. And also another thing, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person.
Yes.
You can call someone and say the wrong name, the wrong information, but if they're motivated enough, they're going to entertain what you have to say, and you're going to get somewhere. And that's where your rapport flexing skills come in. So don't let it get in the way. Yeah.
Is there anybody here not sub 2? You're not sub 2? You're not sub 2? Gators. Are you Gator? Wanna be Gator. Wanna be Gator?
Love it.
But everybody here is sub 2.
For the most part. You're not,
Sub
okay.
2.
Just a couple,
Okay, so when you join sub 2, everybody knows this. When you join sub 2, there's like, I don't know how many Zooms there are about closing deals like this. 3 a week? Yeah, there's a lot. There's even a guy who breaks down, if you record your call, he'll break it down. Right? Pretty cool. Call calibration with Alejandro Alvarez. So, record your phone calls. Submit it into Alejandro. Take it to Closers Cafe. Like, you want to close deals, like, I don't know. I'm an integrator. I'm like 9 integrator, 6 visionary?
Something
Give me
like that.
She said 5.
Yeah.
I'm lower on the visionary side, but I get ideas that I go implement myself, right? And so, like, you don't have to be a visionary to make calls. You're just making agent calls.
So
Make these phone calls.
go for it.
Making these phone calls is just talking about the listing and what you see. I've gotten to the point where it's not that I don't care, but it's like I'm not trying to win. It's like, oh my gosh, these bathrooms. I'm gonna have to rip. My wife is not gonna like this.
Nope.
The tub is not even jetted. I would say that. I would just, because she's gonna remember me. Okay, so here's my offer. Like, just make comments. Would this work as a rental? Because this is probably the only thing I could do with this. Okay, what's the rent rate? Ask all the questions that you need to make sure that you're getting a cash flow, but make the offer just like I said. This is what I want my offer to. This is what my offer would look like. 1, 2, 3. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one more. If you don't have prop stream, how to do this. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we use preview?
No. Give me another market, not California.
I don't know.
Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville.
Okay.
Love it.
What about Puerto Rico?
I like Nashville. Okay, this is easy. I'm gonna remove the boundary. I do like Nashville, but I'm gonna open it up. Only houses. Okay, here's the little trick. Year built. I don't know, California is different, but Nashville over the last 2 years did not gain equity. Do you agree or disagree?
Disagree.
It gained a lot of equity?
That's true. I think so.
Okay, let's check it out. So if I get a house that's built in 2021, how much do they shoot up?
2021.
Yeah, 2 years.
10%.
9%?
10%.
10%. Okay, cool. Let's check it out. So this is what I've done like over and over and over. And I have like 5 of these in contract right now that were built in 2021. Not in Nashville, but Dallas, Georgia. Over and over. They built in 2021. They're like just flat, right? A lot of houses, from my experience, built in 2021 or bought and sold in 2021 just stayed flat or actually lowered. Let's check it out. Oh, let me get my price straight. What's the median? 500?
500.
Huh?
Yes.
Do you care about days on market?
No.
Okay.
Let's check out this one.
Do you go for HOAs too, Miron?
One day on Zillow.
I'm fine with HOAs. My buyers in Dallas, there are some that say no HOAs, or like Austin, Texas, no HOAs. They're very high, like restrictions are very high now. Dallas market is completely, just Dallas County is restricted on short term now. So a lot of my buyers, depends on what your buyers want. I go for anything. When I pull an Austin list, I say no HOA. Let's check this one out. Well, I would call this one, but I'm just gonna get some numbers to verify. Oh, it's perfect if I can't. Okay, cool. Let me try batch. Evil words, sorry. Do you guys like batch?
Yes.
Yay.
We got one yes.
Nope, can't find it. Okay, cool. So I would call this one, make sure it's not new construction. So, built in 2022, perfect. I want one that's been lived in. So I can't get my firm numbers, right? Because I can't get my mortgage, but I would call them. I call these all the time, or I tell people to go call houses built in 2021, 2022, because the equity hasn't grown. California is probably different, but like Dallas, it just stays the same. Tennessee, I think it stays the same. I don't see them like going, like springboarding up. Am I wrong? You guys see like super appreciating over the last 1-2 years with everything that's been going on? Interest rates are 7 and whatever they are. I don't even know what they are.
It's only Florida. Only Florida. Man.
Only Florida. So not Tennessee anymore?
I think Tennessee starts to stabilize, but a ton of California is getting there. So I did push the
Yeah.
Certain markets in California, I think some have stabilized, some have been pretty
Still
competitive.
appreciating, yeah. So like North Dallas and McKinney specifically, doesn't matter. Like they bought it 1 year ago and they're trying to get not $300 but $400,000, or especially higher. It's like $700,000 or $800,000. Just that market is that way, right? That little area. But I would call this one and start talking to them. Using Zillow, houses built in this time frame that are lived in are not going to have the same, are not going to have their equity to walk away with. They may be underwater. And so if you don't have PropStream, you can just pull a list. You can literally pull the whole United States with Zillow, just doing that, just backing out. And you can go to Kentucky, you can go everywhere. This is like, you just click on them and start calling them. And it may be, 99 calls that don't get you a deal and the one does. And that's how this business is, right? But this is an easy way. Look at Atlanta, holy crap. This is an easy way for people like us to find deals that have no equity.
It's a very beginner-friendly method that is no cost. You have Wi-Fi, okay, great. You have a phone. You can totally do this. You can look it up. You can see, type in the criteria. You have the phone numbers listed for you, and just start trying to build work to build the relationship. Start talking to agents. Start, and then you can get into the weeds later on. But this is a very low barrier to entry way to do this. No barrier to entry. Cool.
How long is that on that video?
A long time.
How long?
40 minutes.
40 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, I got 15 more minutes.
No.
Questions? Yes.
Like PropStream, Batch Leads, or Privy, you can only get one.
PropStream.
And why?
Batch leads, you have to pay, Lonzo closure years, you have to pay Batch a lot of money to get interest rate information. Like exporting, you can get it, but it's like click by click. So PropStream, you can pull the list how I showed you, you cannot do that in Batch. Privy, I have no idea how to pull interest rates or mortgage information.
I don't think Privy allows for mortgage information. It's more friendly towards like fix and flippers and everything, so you can like see comps, and it has its own like benefits to using Privy. I like Privy, but not for this.
So PropStream, I can pull 10,000 records, all like by the estimated interest rate. That was it? That's the one question?
I had one more.
Yes.
Just when you're on the conversation with the agent, you said that you're a buyer. You don't say you're an investor.
I don't say investor.
You don't say investor.
No. And then when I'm you wholesale?
Yeah.
When I wholesale, I'll say, I think one of our partners are going to like this. I'm going to send this to my partner for them to look at, and they're probably going to be viewing it.
Okay.
When can they view it? When I get to that point.
Cool.
I just call them partners.
Cool. Sounds good.
If it's like a cool agent, like they're cool, you'll understand on the phone if they are. You can say, hey, we're going to assign this, and they'll know, and it's okay to tell them that.
Okay.
What market do you work?
So right now I'm in Houston, Texas.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love Houston. Houston does, I think, 3 times as many wholesale deals as Dallas.
Okay.
Good market.
Cool.
Questions? You don't have a question?
Just hearing. I'm here.
JJ.
Just absorbing.
So, PropStream is the way to go. In the beginning, do you recommend that, say, people are looking at different, we're all spending different types of money. Do you advise people maybe double up and go in with somebody else to pick up some of these extra packages that they have to pay for?
Extra packages.
Like PropStream software.
Yeah. You can, in PropStream, you can add a chair or add a seat for like $20. So you could, what I get is like list automator. So I can like list automator. No, I don't want to get into that. It's 99 bucks a month. You can add another chair for 20 and split that whole thing 50-50. They have their separate logins.
That's what's getting at.
Yeah. Batch, if you use the same login, they'll kick you off. And Batch does that same thing. Like if they detect two different IP addresses or whatever, yeah, they'll kick you off. Yeah.
Question. Can you go over that deal that you did with 50 people? Like how did you get it?
I will, yes. Okay. Who is going to implement this? Okay. Text when you do. Instagram me, Miron Briley. DM me when you do, Miron Briley. Very easy. I want to hear what you do. I want to help you do it. Miron Briley. Or where is it? Up the top. Just find me, Miron Briley. Tell me what you're doing. I want to help you do it.
Love it.
You have a question, I'm going to voice text you back. You're going to have to listen to me. Sorry. But I don't want to sit there and type. I'm just going to voice text you back. Oh, hey, this is what you do next. What do I say when the agent says, how does the mortgage gets paid? This is what you do. Da 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 da. I'll help you on your next step, okay? Did I do an okay job?
Thank you.
Ralph,
What's up, Ralph?
What can we do for you?
That.
take
Literally, if
take
you don't
action.
take action, Ralph, I'm gonna call you and say, W. My kids are sitting right there, but I'm pointing at you. That's exactly what I want. I want you to. You don't even have to follow me. I don't care. But go on my Instagram and message me and say, hey, Myron, this is what happened. Whether it's success or fail or whatever, that's what I want. I want to hear that you took action. Because I stood up here for an hour and said, hey, go take action. You didn't do it. What a slap in my face. Anything else?
Byron. Appreciate you.